Is Vanguard purposely misleading us? Yeah, sorry about my head. Just got hat head. Just took the dogs for a walk and I had to put a hat on because it's cold outside. Polar vortex. Take that, Al Gore, clown. Yeah, this is very odd to me. All right, so here's Vanguard's Guide to Financial Wellness that just came out. I can't remember how I came across this. I forgot. And come down here, and I just want to share with you at the very beginning because no one's going to do like I do. I'm just telling you right now. Vanguard's mission is to take a stand for all investors, all right? To achieve that success, investors need to be able to allocate their budgets to pay current bills, tackle debt, prepare for unexpected, and invest to achieve goals. According to the Federal Reserve Board survey, more than 3/4 of U.S. families report having debt, and 45% of families carry credit card debt, with an average of $6,300. Here's where it gets odd to me. Among the families, and you see Buta et al. 2020, which we'll jump into. Among the families surveyed, 36% indicated they could not cover an emergency expense of $400. More than 40% hadn't been able to save money over the previous year. All right, so I said, well, I'd like to see that because I don't trust any of these guys, dude. I know what this number is. I know that not just Vanguard, people have been lying about that for years. They don't have enough to cover an emergency. They do. They do. They do. They just have to put on a credit card like I do. I have to put on a credit card because I'm not taking my cash because I don't keep a whole lot of cash, frankly. All right, so I put on a credit card. So when they say you don't have enough to cover $400, yes, I do. It's just not in cash. Thus, I will fall into this, and I do have more than $400 in cash, but that's what happens. It's very, very manipulative. Anyway, so I scroll down to the end here. I want to see these, the Buta et al. And we come over here, we come up here, and we see the Buta right here, 2020. Changes in the U.S. family finances so this is what Vanguard cites. There's no link here, so I had to find it myself. Federal Reserve Bulletin, there's Buta et al. I guess you get put on because your name. So you should name yours Aaron. Should be Neil Aaron. Oh, if Jesse Bricker wants to go first, it should be Jesse Aaron. Changes in U.S. family finances. Evidence from the Survey of Consumer Finances, SCF. I just read that to you. All right. So again, we're going to go back to what Vanguard says. And I tell you, man, I don't like it. I'm telling you right here, I'm starting to really not trust the financial industry. Vanguard says explicitly, according to the Federal Reserve Board's survey, Buta et al., which I will go into, 45% carry credit card debt. That's okay. Average debt of $6,300. Okay. But among the family surveyed, 36% they could not cover an expense of $400. More than 40% had not been able to save money for the previous year. So I just want to go here real quick, and I just said, well, let's just do a Control F, and I said 400. And what do we find? We'll hit enter, and we find that's it. Only one thing that said 400. Well, that's odd because Vanguard said explicitly that according to the survey, and they linked to this chart, this site, 36% indicated they could not cover an expense of $400. Well, that's weird. That's definitely not in this survey. And then I said 40%. All right, so let's do 40%, nothing. All right, so again, Vanguard said more than 40% had not been able to save money over the previous year. Interesting. So that's all right. We'll do emergency fund. Emergency. We got one thing, and this is for DC declared a state of emergency on March 2020. So what's happening, Vanguard? What are we doing here? Because when we actually look at this data, it's freaking fantastic. I guess if you're, I don't know what the hell the industry is about anymore. I'm not sure what's happening. So let's go over some of this data. This is a Federal Reserve Bulletin, Board of Governors of the Federal Reserve System. The SCF is a Survey of Consumer Finances. It just crushes. I love that survey. And there's no way you can extrapolate any negative of this at all. It's crazy, man. Let's go into this. Between 2016 and 19, median family income rose, yet mean family income decreased. Because the mean is skewed by the outliers, the rich people. These changes suggest that the income distribution narrowed slightly over the period. The increase in mean income was mainly driven by families in the 1%. So they had less income and the median had more. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. But of course, people extrapolate that, oh my goodness, mean family income is down. Just freaking clown shows, man. All right, let's keep going here. Right here. Here is 2016 to 19. The median is that's 50% have more, 50% have less. That's the median. The median income went up. The mean went down. In 2013 and 16 under Obama, because the Democrats are the party of the rich, the mean went up because the rich got richer, and the median went up too. I'm not going to lie to you, but the rich got richer. So under Obama, there's more, income inequality. Let's just use that term. All right, so let's keep going. Between 2016 and 19, median net worth grew 18%. Whereas mean only grew 2%. We're going to stop comparing the median to mean. I just want to point to you that under the Trumpster, mean, the rich people, did not grow, in fact, very little relative to the median. He was the champion of the working people, whereas Obama and the Democrats are champion of the ultra-rich. That's just a fact. Families at the top of the income wealth distributions experienced very little growth in median and mean net worth under Trumpster, but experienced large gains under Obama. Just a fact. Homeownership rate increased to 64.9% under Trumpster, a reversal of the declining trend between the years before Trumpster. Isn't that interesting? The value of a home minus home secured debt rose to 120, from 106. So the value of the home net worth rose to 120. Interesting. Nearly 2/3 of working-age families participate in retirement plans, which is down slightly from 2016, but not much. And that's no big deal. Because again, right here, this is the only thing we could come up with, 40%. Less than 40% of families in the bottom half were in a retirement plan. That doesn't mean they're not saving anything. I mean, it's just a stupid way. If that's what Vanguard is using to extrapolate this, more than 40% had not been able to save money over the previous year. If they're extrapolating that from less than 40% of families had a retirement plan, it's idiotic. It's not good. That's bad behavior on Vanguard's part. I don't know why they're doing that. Let's keep going. Overall, debt obligations increased moderately under the Trumpster. Among families with debt, the median debt rose 2%. Remember, this is among the families with debt. If you had debt, your debt rose over 4 years by 2%. Wow. Yet mean debt, because the wealthy, rose by 4 times that almost. Isn't that interesting? And of course, if you don't have debt, your debt didn't rise. Debt secured by residential property increased substantially between 2016 and 19. About 42% of families in both 2016 and 19 had secured debt by their primary residence. The median value of this debt increased to 14% to $134,000. The median value of your home debt was $134,000. Let's check this out. Median value of homes in 2019 was $231,000. Median value of home debt was $134,000. So you had $100,000 of equity, the median household. All right, 50% had more, 50% had less. Now, if we go to the median homes right now, home value right now, it's significantly higher than that. It's where was it here? I just saw it, $428,000. That seems high. Median price of house was sold as houses sold in 2020. I don't know. Anyway, that seems high to me, but be that as it may. Unless your debt increased significantly, you actually in 2022 have more home equity. I know I do, because you're paying down your debt and your house is going up as well. Grouping families by percentile of net worth, as are measured in the SCF, the Survey for Consumer Finances, both median and mean income rose almost throughout the distribution between 2016 and 2019, the Trump's years. The one exception is the mean income of families in the top decile dropped 12%, marking the first decline in either median or mean income for that group since 2010. Over the 2016 over the Obama years, growth in both median income in families across the top decile was exceptionally strong. 19 and 38% respectively. So Obama is rewarding his donors. For families in the lowest quartile of net worth, median income jumped 11% to $29,000 during the Trumpster years from 2016 to 2019. Median income jumped almost $30,000, 11%. Again, mean doesn't mean a whole lot. It's the median. Families in the middle quartile saw growth in median and mean income ranging from 1% to 8% over this period, whereas the rich people did not. So Trump is for the rich. You guys are being lied to, man. Lied to. All right, net worth is, I love this one. Let's check this out. We're going to go down this table too right here. Changes in net worth. Net worth is what matters. All right, let's see here. Look at this. The median net worth. I don't care about the mean. I care about the median. In 2019, all families was 121. If you're in my age bracket, your net worth is median. Half had more, half had less. I have more than this, thankfully, but still it's 168. If you're a youngster, it's still 14. That net worth, your positive assets, people. Net worth, that includes your student loans, includes your credit card debt, includes whatever. The median net worth for people who are less than 35 years old are $14,000. 35 to 44 is 91,000. I mean, it's just, how else can you attribute that to say that's bad? How can you say I can't come up with $400 if I have a net worth of $14,000? Now we'll talk about what the net worth consists of here in just a second. Look at this. It changed. 19% in the Trump years, 44%, 28%. The older people went down because they're spending down their money. I mean, just come on. That makes sense. They're spending down their money. Shocking. All right. Oh, my goodness. The net worth increase for us whiteys only 3%, but for blacks, 33%. For Hispanics, 65%. And I wish they'd separate other races being Asian and or Indian, but they don't. Anyway, so we took it on the chin. Trump wasn't supporting white people. I thought he was, what do you say about Charlottesville? There were fine people on both sides, and it showed that he was a Nazi. Owner. Housing status. If you owned your home, your median net worth, this is the most critical thing. If you owned your home, your median net worth is $255,000, a 4% increase. If you're a renter, your median net worth is only $6,000, an 18% increase. But see how homeownership is huge? If you owned your home, median net worth right there. It just is. I can tell you if you're getting ready to retire, if you're a renter or owner. That's all there is to it. Let's keep going. All right, so we got the less than 25% of the, in terms of the bottom quartile, their median net worth increased by 131%. Went from, was that $10,000, I guess, something like that. Yeah, I don't know what that is. So, so it's a big increase. But here, right here, 50 to 75 increased by 10. 25 to 50, the second quartile increased by 36. The third quartile increased by 10, and the highest people didn't increase hardly at all. All right, let's keep going. Let's see where they got the saving thing here. All right, this is weak stuff, Vanguard. The fraction of families that reported saving has increased over the past 3 surveys. Between 2016 and 2019, the proportion of all families that saved increased from 55% to 59%. So that's what they're saying. 40% of all families aren't saving anything. Dude, that is some weak stuff, man. Because, I mean, that's some weak stuff, Vanguard. That's some weak stuff right there. All right, so if you're in the, what's this, of income. So if you're in the highest income, you're saving. If you're in the top half, you're saving. If you're in the bottom half, what's it, 2019. If you're in the bottom half, right there, 45% of the bottom half are saving. It just, so here's their 60%. That instead of saying, oh, look how much more we've increased saving, 10% more people are saving. All right, if you want to focus on the negative, I find that weak, but whatever, man. Within a given year, exactly, the fraction of family saving is greater for families with higher usual income. Yeah, so between 2016 and 2019, the fraction of families that had saved increased across all 3 income groups. So let's not look at it like that. That's just, and how is saving defined? I don't know, actually. I probably should look at this, how saving is defined. I'm not going to, because I just find it weak that they're saying, oh, 40% of the people can't save anything. That's some weak stuff, man. All right, let's keep going. I don't care about generational transfer wealth. I do want to show you this. Overall, 98.7% of all families had at least one financial asset, which includes demand deposit accounts, that's a transaction account, a checking account, a savings account, a savings bond, a bond, stocks, pooled funds. 98% had some kind of savings, some kind of asset, financial asset. You can see right here, 2008 to 19, 98%. Checking account, CD, savings bonds, stocks, whatever, retirement accounts, cash value life insurance, other Other non-financial accounts, a vehicle, primary residence. Look at that, 65% of the people own a primary residence. Other residential property, all right? I mean, the median value of these, this isn't net worth, it's just median value. The median value of your house in 2019 was 2025. 225,000. The median value of your vehicle was 17,000. The median value of your CDs was 25,000. The median value of all your financial assets was 25,000 bucks. But I want to show you something else. Still, maybe I will. I'm not going to do in this video, but dive into how they're defining savings. Because don't forget, we know the Social Security Administration recognizes the error of their ways when it came to retirement income distributions. They were way undercounting it because they weren't counting random distributions. If there's fixed, like I don't know, an annuity or a pension, it was fixed. But if it's just like, I took $30,000 out of my IRA to buy a new car, that wasn't included in the survey because the survey is very misleading. So I'm wondering how they're actually asking the question on savings. I don't know. I wonder if they're saying, did you have more money in your checking account than you did at the start of the year? If so, you saved. If not, you didn't. I don't know. I don't trust them. But be it as it may, I mean, either way, you can still write that in a negative way if you're trying to make a negative argument that things are bad. And it's not good, man. Let's focus on this. They'll say retirement plan participation. Only 63% of people are participating in a retirement plan. Well, participation means, are we actively contributing? I mean, if you're retired, are you still participating in it? Are you, because you're a non-active part? I don't know how they phrase that. But again, knowing what I know, how they asked the question for the Census Current Population Survey on retirement income distributions, this is all a matter of subjectivity when it comes to how you're asking a question. But remember, just because you're not in a retirement plan doesn't mean you're not saving. You could have a broker. I don't participate in any retirement plans other than my Roth IRA. I'm not adding to my Roth, so am I a participant? I don't know. But I still have a brokerage account, so it's not a retirement plan, but it's a brokerage account. So anyway, it's just I find that kind of silly. And of course, the fools out here say, look, defined benefits. There's a guy, I smoked that guy. Just ticked me off, no one. Wicked. He was like saying back in the old days, I can't remember what it was. There's a certain amount of people that defined pensions and now they don't. I said, dude, you're just falling for it. And he had his video got a lot of views too, and that ticked me off. My man up there in the Marine, he said, look at this video. I think, he didn't say I was wrong. He goes, it seems like he's challenging you. So let me smoke this guy, which I did, of course. Let's see here. Okay, let's keep going here. Home ownership and net worth. Look at this. So if you are in the 50 percentile or higher, your home ownership, this home ownership right here, if you're in the 50 percentile or higher, 3/4 of you own your home. If you're in the top 10, 95% of you do. If you're in the, what's this one? It's the bottom, not quintile, I don't know, the bottom half. 50% of you still own your home in the bottom half. All right, that's what's that, median? I guess that's percent. No, I don't know if it's, anyway, I don't know what that would be. But 50% of the people in the bottom half of income own their own homes. I mean, just basically 65% of the population owns their own homes. The difference between your ability to retire and not is simply as simple as that. You own your own home. By 2019, the number has risen to 120%, $120,000 of net worth. That is outstanding mortgages. It takes your basically define as your home's value minus any debts. That's an increase of 13%. Home ownership and net housing wealth. Median net housing wealth for homeowners right here, 2019. Went from 88 in 2013 to 120 in 2019. It went from 66 in 2013 for the lower half to 89. It's nothing. Oh, right here. Debt burden. Any debt, median value, went up 2%. Any debt, median value from the last cycle. 2%. Wow. Your resident debt went up 14% from 118 to 135. But what else went up? More than 14% was your equity. Education loans went up by 10% from 20, this is the median thousands, 20,000 to 22,000. Lines of credit went down, But look at that. The biggest source of your debt is in your home. That's why I said I don't understand people just refuse to look at reverse mortgages. It's weird to me because the biggest source of your assets are in your home too, most likely. Credit card balances, oh my goodness, 2.4 thousand per to 2.7. Oh, we're all going to die. I mean, if you don't see the deposit stuff here, I don't know what to tell you, man. It's crazy. But Vanguard doesn't show that. Education debt. Whatever. Debt burden. Oh, but I want to show you this right here. I want your total debt to your income. Debt to income. Total debt. 95% to your income, not your assets. To your income. You make $100,000, you got $95,700 in debt. Look at that, dude. In 2013 is 107. 2010 is 118. 2007, 111. It's gone down significantly. Your leverage ratio. How much of an asset is your assets worth your debt? 34%. So for every $100,000 of assets, I owe $34,000. Right about, that's even less than it was in 2007. Payment to income ratio. We would, I hate to call that debt to income. That's what I would call. We call it pay. So if you go in the bank and say, how much is your monthly? How much does it cost you to pay your bills? You make $5,000. For simplicity, you make $10,000 a month. It costs you $3,000 a month to pay your bills. You have a debt to income. That's what we say. The bank of 30%. They're calling it payment to income. 11.8%. 12%. So for every $10,000 I get of income, $1,200 is going to debt. And 2007 is 14.6. I just, dude, there's so much positivity here. I don't know why Vanguard isn't. What, they don't want to promote? I don't know. I don't get it. Hard to sell people when they're feeling pretty good, I guess. That's the only thing I could possibly comprehend. But, so much good news, man. Why would Vanguard cover this stuff up? It doesn't make sense. And lead us down the road of saying, where they're extrapolating the very first introduction. Among the families surveyed, 36%. I couldn't cover them. Let's see if we can see. Let me type in 36. I didn't see that. I read this whole thing. Maybe I missed it. 36. Do 36. I got 35 points here. What's 36? Let's see. See what that says. 36% per. Nothing there. 36%. Oops. Nothing. So maybe it goes 60. I don't know, whatever. It doesn't matter. The numbers are so good. To focus on the two negative things is like push an agenda. I don't get it. Love your thoughts. We'll see you.